right, so I'm gonna go through 4 more examples just to kind of summarize what we learned. So there's 4 problems that we want to graph to just get some practice in here. All right, so let's look at 176. So 176 says graph y minus 3 squared over 9 minus x plus 2 squared over 16 equals 1. All right, so first you gotta figure out which conic section it is. All right, so we notice I have y squared, I have x squared, a minus in between. So it's a hyperbola. All right, so it starts with a y squared, which means it goes up and down. Okay, so we figure out the center, which is at the part that goes with the x is -2, the part that goes with the y is 3. All right, a squared is under the x part, 16, so a is plus or minus 4, and b squared is under the y part, so b is plus or minus 3. Okay, now we're ready to graph. So -2 and 3 is the center. Then I go 4 units to the right and 4 units to the left. 3 units up and 3 units down. It's a hyperbola, so we draw a box. That's bad. All right, there we go. Let's keep it like that. Then we draw the diagonals. Okay. Then the hyperbola goes up and down. So pick that point in the middle of the box and draw the top half. And then the bottom half. You want the curve to kind of go close to diagonals as much as possible. Alright, so that's the graph of that one. Alright, let's look at the next problem. 178. Alright, so this is what we're looking at here. Oops. Alright. Things are going weird. Let's grab a grid. Here's my grid. Okay. So let's see, this one has a y and it has an x squared, so this is a parabola. Alright, because it's y equals x squared, it's going to be a parabola that turns up rather than sideways. Alright, so with parabola, we need the vertex hk. So the h is 1. And the k is 2. And we want to make a little table of values. Out of the conic sections, this is the only one that it's useful to have a table of values. Alright, so we're going to put the vertex in the middle. 1 and 2. I'm going to pick a couple of values that are bigger and a couple of values that are smaller. Plug in the bigger values because the others are symmetric. So when I plug in 2, I got 1 squared plus 2, which is 3. And this is also 3. When I plug in 3, I get 2 squared plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6, and this is 6. Now we're ready to graph. So vertex is at 1 and 2. Then I have 0 and 3 and 2 and 3. 3 and 6. 2, 4, 6, and -1 and 6. So it's a parabola that turns up, and that's what it looks like. Very good. Alright, let's go to the next one. Here's my grid. Let's see what's the problem. 180. Alright, so 180. This is a circle. We have x squared, y squared. I typically graph this as an ellipse. I think it just makes more sense to me. So I'm going to divide everything by 4 to make that equal to 1. X plus 2 over 4 plus y minus 5 squared over 4 equals 1. A circle is just an ellipse that has equal horizontal and vertical things. Okay, so center is at -2 and 5. A squared is 4, so A is plus or minus 2. B squared is 4, so B is plus or minus 2. So let's grab the center. So 2 and -2 and 5 is right here. And then I go 2 left, 2 right, 2 left, 2 up, and 2 down. All right? Circular. All right, and then we make as nice a circle as we can, which is sometimes difficult. There it is. This is a circle with radius 2 and with the center at -2 and 5. All right. Let's get this one on here. Okay, so here's my last grid. Let me grab that problem. All right, let's see what kind of graph this is. So if you look at this, it has y squared but not x squared. So this is a parabola. All right, and because it's x equals y squared with the negative, it's turning sideways to the left. All right, so let's find the vertex. So we have k equals -v over 2a. So it's negative of -2, 2 times -1. Positive 2 over -2 is -1. So that's the k value. The h value, we plug it in here. -1 squared minus 2 times -1 plus 3. We have -1 plus 2 plus 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, so the vertex h and k at 4, -1. All right, let's make a table of values. So we want to work backwards. We want to pick the y values and calculate the x values. So now we can write that in vertex form. We can say x is negative y minus k, y plus 1 squared plus h. Right. So we're going to put our vertex in here, 4, -1. Pick 2 values of y that are bigger and 2 that are smaller. Plug the bigger ones in. So we have -1 squared plus 4 is 3. This is also 3. Plug in 1. -2 squared plus 4. -4 plus 4 is 0, and this is 0. Okay, now we can graph it. So vertex is the 4, -1. We have 3, 0, and 3, -2. We have 0, 1, and 0, -3. All right, so it's a parabola turning towards the left. And that's what it looks like. There we go. All right, that's it for these examples and this section.